Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of t-shirt design tutorial. So today I am going to make this firefighter t-shirt design. So this is the previous video on my channel. So this is the vector, I just colorize it. Now I am going to use this as a design in my this today's tutorial. So for making a design like this, first of all is we need to do some research, like what should be the text. So I was searching and then I find this design. This is really good. I mean the text is really good. This design is not really good, so we can improve that. So here is another one. So with same text but this design, this is not a very professional design, so there is a chance for us to improve this design. So if this message is good, you can just take this message and then you can make it your own. So this is an inspiration design, like I like the fire in the background, so that is something I will use in my design. And this is a badge of firefighters, so a symbol you can say. So I'll try to use this one in my design. So first step is you need to make a rough idea in your mind, like how the design you want. I'm going to create something like an ellipse here. So this is going to be the main center point of my this design, like the center graphic part. Then I will place it like this. So I will put two lines on top. Firefighter, we run towards the flame. So then full of courage, pride and honor. I can simply just keep it something like this. So this is the basic idea. Just like this one, I'm going to keep the theme exactly similar here, but I will make my own modifications. So for making a design like this, you can see, so we run towards the flames. This is another important text. So first important text is this firefighter part, because this is my niche. This is the people who is going to buy this design. So this part, keeping this big, is really important. And then I will just add this text here. So this is just the basic idea in my head. So I'm going to start the design process. I spent a lot of time to illustrating this design, so I want to keep it as big as possible. So for doing that, I'm going to create a, okay, let's say I will create a shield here, just like my previous video. Let's keep it similar. So I'm going to make it a stroke like this. Okay, so let me show my keyboard shortcut here. So you will be able to see whatever I'm pressing. So press Shift X, that will switch between the fill color and stroke color, something like this. Now for this one, I'm going to just press A for my direct selection tool, and with that I'm going to select this part. I'll just make it look like this, a shield, something like this. This is going to work for me. That is fine. So I will keep it kind of this. So mostly I will keep it as big as my main graphic is, because I don't want to hide any part. It takes time to illustrate, so I don't want to just erase them or hide them. I'll try to keep them as much as I can. I'll try to keep them visible. So in this position I am going to keep it, but first thing is I need to place my character in the center position. So something like this, not this X part or not this hand part. So the main character, I'm going to keep it in the center, so that is fine. So maybe I need to hide it a little bit, just like this, because keeping it something like this will make it more visible here. So I think this position looks good to me. Now I'm going to select this one. I'm going to copy this one. Make sure that this shape is on top of everything, and this is right now, as you can see, I can see that on top of my graphic. So let's select this two, right click, and then make clipping mask. It is going to look like this. And now I'll just press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will place my or paste my that shape that I just copied on top of everything here. So this is how it is looking, and this is good for now. Let's keep it good. Now I want to place this part and this part bigger here. So firefighter, I'm going to take a font. Maybe I'll use that poster gothic font. This is a really big font and cool looking. Okay, let's say I can use a font like this too, Texas Tango Bold. So this is a Western font, but this will go with my firefighter niche. Okay, so there is a little bit problem here that you can see this if and I is being joined together. Maybe this is the setting of this font. If I try to select it, you can see I cannot select a single, I cannot select them as one font. I can do that, but it is just going to show as two fonts. So this is the basic setting. If I increase the space between them, maybe that will help, something like this. So you can see after a point it is being joined with my eye. So to be honest, that is not what I want here. So I will not use this font. Maybe I'll use a font like this one, Firefighter. This font is really big and it will work for me. So this is the first part. As I showed in my previous video that we can place something in this area. That is right, but that is not necessary for everything here. So maybe I'll use this Texas font for this area. I'm going to keep it all bold looking font like this. United States Firefighter. We run towards the flame. So this we run part, I can place it here. So for doing that, I can simply just make a ellipse here, something like this. I'm making that stroke maybe a bit bigger, and then I'm going to select this ellipse, and then I'll select this one, this rectangle. Then if I this shield shape, and then if I click on that shield shape, that will become the key object. As you can see my layer color is blue, so it is showing blue. So if I double click on this layer, I can change the blue color to anything I want. So let's say I will make it red. If I make it red, it is going to show me red color. So that is the color of the layer. Now it is being the key object, and once it is the key object, if I try to align something, that will align with the selected object. So something like this, maybe in this position. Not sure how this is going to look. So maybe like this. I'm going to select this one, then I'll just make offset path. Offset path is a little bigger size than the previous shape, just like this. Then this one I'm going to make it, of course, this font, because for the variation. So I'm going to click on this any anchor point here and then press Ctrl V. That is going to paste my text here, and as you can see, this is how it is looking. First of all, I'll go to type on a path, then type on a path options, and from here I will change the align to path, this option, to center. Click OK. So that will place the line in the center of my text, and then if I just press my arrow key, that will show up these anchor points and these guides. I can just select them and drag them to match like this. Then if I click on the center, it is going to place in the center. So this is how it is looking right now, and I'm pretty good. I'm happy with this. So let's select them. I'm going to make it a little smaller in this here, smaller in this area. That is fine. So I'm not sure if I will place it in that position or not, but let's just keep it here for now. So this full of courage, I'm going to place it here. Full of courage, I'm going to make it big like this. So this part is good. I like to place a text in this area, pride and honor. So this pride and honor, I'm going to make it this text, I mean that font. So in some font you can see like this, so the space between the text is a little bit bigger than how it should be. So we can fix that by pressing Shift T. Shift T means trust type tool, and with trust type tool we can select any individual letter. We can bring them closer to other letters. Okay, so maybe that is too close to each other, and this much looks good to me. Full of courage, pride and honor. So something like this, and this is good to go. I'll just place it like this. So let's try to fix the text position here. Okay, not that one. I'm going to just select this two. I'll just keep it here so that I can fix this part. Now this is the part. I am going to select them first of all, then I'm going to make them a group so that it stays together. Then selecting this one to align in the center position, and I think this is the center position. That's fine. So from here I'm going to just select my these two ellipse here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger in size, not that much, something like 15 point as this artboard here. So it will be different for you because you are not going to work in the same artboard I am working. So just adjust it according to your artboard size. So I think this much is fine. Okay, so once I am satisfied, I'm going to make it a group. And now from here, I am going to select. Okay, so I need to first of all make this effect here. I am going to select my firefighter text here, graphic here, only this part, and copy this one. Then again, I need to select this clipping mask, where I can only select this firefighter shape, as you can see. And here I am going to press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will place my text like this, but I want to just keep this part, this X part and the head part of her out of the shield. So I'm going to take my eraser tool, pressing Alt to drag a rectangle like this, and that will erase everything that is under that. So you can see now I have this shape. So this part is placed on top of my clipping mask. So that is making it look like she is coming out of the shield or something like that. So that is the effect I wanted to create here. Anyway, so let's just move it a little bit up. Okay, so maybe this one is not going to work in that position. Anyway, that is not the problem right now. I'm going to select this everything and then make it a group, so it will stay in a same position or same place. So full of courage, I wanted to use this one, so let's see how it is going to look. Yeah, that position is looking really good. So I need to illustrate this one. You can just take a vector like this, but to be honest, I wanted to create everything from everything original. So this is, now I'm going to illustrate this one. I'm not going to illustrate this whole piece here, just let me show you how you can do that. So I'm taking my pen tool here, and with my pen tool I'm just going to click like this. Okay, not like that, just like this. So this is what I need to illustrate here. And then maybe this one I'll just make it a little bit round. That is fine. I can simply select this. I can modify each and every anchor point if I want. That is good. I don't know what happened here. So I'm going to just take my pen tool to join it in this area, and that is good. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So something like this will work for me. Then I will just reflect it in this position in the opposite direction, just like this. So once you are satisfied with the position here, I'm going to select this too. Okay, so I don't need this roller anymore. I'm going to select this two, and then I'm going to join them. Okay, so before joining them, I need to make sure that they are matching. So go to view and then outline mode. Here we will be able to see what is going on here. So we need to just make it look like this. And once we are done, go to view, preview mode only, preview mode again, and here I'll select this two and join. So that will join my that shape, and then I can even make it a little bit rounder if I wish. So that is the shape I wanted to create here. Don't worry, just select this one. I'm going to just make a copy here. So just make sure it is in the center position. So this is good, I think. Yeah. Selecting this one, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, that means copy paste in font. Just reflect it to this side. Now I'm going to take my this ellipse tool here, just to make it look like this. And once I'm satisfied with this position, I'm going to just create an offset path. Maybe that will look. So I need to fix it first. Anyway, so this is the circle one. I'm going to just bring a offset path in the negative direction in this position, that is fine, totally good. So I need to make offset path for this. Okay, so not like that. I'll go in the positive direction, something like this. And once I'm satisfied with this position, I'm going to just select it with my direct selection tool to erase everything that I don't need. So I don't really need this part, not this part, not this part. So as you can see, this is the shape I wanted. So let's just do it one more time. Sorry guys. So let's make it a group. I'm going to bring it here, change the direction, make sure to align it with the top one. And once you are satisfied with this position, let's just select this to Ctrl C, Ctrl F. That means copy paste in front and then just rotate the direction. So this is good. Now this is going to be the shape I will be using. I'm going to make it a group. So I don't want to illustrate everything that is inside the shape there. That is not really important. I just wanted to give it a feel like this. So if I try to colorize it, I can do that easily. So maybe I'll reduce the size of this a little bit. I'm going to press K. So K is for live paint bucket tool. With K I can press Alt. With pressing Alt it will become eyedropper. So let's click on this yellow color. It will pick that color, and then if I click here, if I click anywhere, that is going to become that yellow shape, yellow color. I'm pressing Alt again to pick this red color. Now I'm going to colorize this area. So you can see this is how we can create that cool looking shape. So this is good. We can simply just draw a style like this or an oxygen tank. But okay, so if this is, I don't know if it's an oxygen tank or not, but that is not important. So the important part is whenever we are applying live paint bucket tool, we need to expand it because that's the effect. So once it is expanded, it is no longer that effect, it is just a regular graphic. So here I am going to place it in this position, just like this. Make sure that it is in the center, so not the center of the shield, center with the person here. So cut it. I'm going to select my this clipping mask here, and then here I am going to press Ctrl B. So Ctrl B will paste it in the background. Okay, so not sure what is happening here. Something like this. Maybe a little bit smaller because I don't want to overlap it with my main graphic. This is not a main graphic part. So that's why I didn't illustrate that part here, because that will not be visible. So this is how it is going to look right now. I'm going to try to place my text here. So let's say if I place that firefighter text here, how that will become. You need to basically do some experiments here to see which one fits your need, what looks good with the design you are going to create here. So firefighter in this position is going to look good, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let's try to undo everything. Sorry guys, I can simply skip these parts in my video and upload a clear and without any mistake video, but that will not help you learning. So this is how it is going to look. I'm going to just place it like this here, or maybe this part is making the trouble. Let's just focus on this first. So this is good. Now one more thing that I need you to understand, that this part, if I try to put a ruler here, that will show. If I say this is the end point or this is the side of the design, then the other side should be here. But because of this X part here, it is making my design here. So this is going to be the widest part of my design. So if I make my text match with that wide, it is going to look like this is in the one of a side of the design. So I need to fix that. So for fixing that, I am going to just keep this part on top, and then I am going to erase this X part. So as you can see, this is how it is looking, and now it is going to look like this. So my graphic will be in the center position. That is good. And then here I am going to change the direction of everything. So full of courage, pride and honor. This is not the important text here. I am going to make this my important text. We run towards the flame. Okay, so let's say I'm going to place it here. I'm going to keep it simple for now. So in this group, I'm going to just open transparency, and here I will just draw a rectangle like this. That will hide the lower part of my design, because there is too many text. I need to fit them all. So I'm going to pick my eyedropper to click on this stroke that will take the shape or size of it, and with that size selected, I'm going to make a line here just like this. So it will become the same size. Align it with the artboard position here, and then I'm going to just apply this effect here. So this is fine. Now this one I'm going to select, I'm going to break it. So let's try to put everything inside this shape here. United States firefighter. This firefighter is hiding behind her helmet, so I need to try to fix a little bit. So before doing that, let's try to say, okay, so let's try to fix them. I'm going to select this to an align, but this firefighter text is already in the center position and perfectly aligned. So I need to click on that again. That will become the key object. Now if I align, this text is going to align with this firefighter, and once it is doing that, I'm going to make it a group. So once it is grouped, I'm going to go to effect, wrap, and then maybe arc lower. Not sure how arc lower will act here. So arc lower is going to look good, but it is not going to look good for both text here. So we can maybe apply arch effect. So with arch effect, it is going to look kind of this. And with a little bit overlapping like this, I think that is fine. That is not a problem. So I need to just expand everything here, and then inside this group, I'm going to put some star shapes. Stars are always good to fill up your space. So if you see, this text is going kind of a curved way, but this star is being straight. So that means it is not matching. So for matching that, we can simply just do this again. That means first place the star, then group, then arch. But if you have already done this part, you can select this star, go to object, transform, and then share. Here click on this vertical, then increase this size. Minus 10 degrees is going to rotate my star in that direction. So I'm going to just place another star here, but this one I will just reflect. Yeah, that's cool. So let's align them in the center. Then I'm going to just align it with this part, and I think that is good. So this part is looking like this. We can do some modifications here, like I'm not sure, but okay, so let's say I'm going to select this part with my direct selection tool to make it longer. Then I'll just select this part of my R to bring that down like this. So that is, I don't think that is looking good. So there is one more way we can do this, which is going to be, so selecting this R here, I'm just going to manually bring that down. Then this F here to manually bring that down, same size. So this is just going to give us a little bit effect here. So maybe this one a little bit down like this. So this one will be kind of here. something like this, and that is already matching with the R here, so that is good. FIREFIGHTER. Okay, so I am checking the display. So Illustrator firefighter, we run towards the flame. So this is the main text part of my design. So I am going to just keep it as it is, or I can just make it smaller so that I get more space to fit my text and my design does not become a very long one. So I don't want that. So I'm going to break it, align in the center position. I'm going to align this one too. So that is fine. We run towards the flame. So in this one, this flame text is not as important as the firefighter text. So I don't want to make it that much bigger to fill all the way there. So again, I'm going to use my star shape to fill this space. Or you can just make some random lines here. So a line like this, maybe I will just make it 10 or 20 point bigger. Then I'm going to apply this effect on this effect here, then bring a copy, then press Ctrl D couple of times. So it is going to look like this. So I think that is good. Let's group it. And here I'm going to reflect it. Okay, so maybe like this. That is good. Now selecting this, not this group, this three, I'm going to align them in the center, distribute the space between them so that it becomes same. Then I'm going to expand and group. So this is how it is going to look. Now here you can see my text is fitting perfectly. My graphic is big well, like it is big enough to see the details of it. Now I have some other text here which is full of courage, pride and honor. So if I try to put them here, how can I do that? So I'm going to just cut it. Full of courage, pride and honor. This is just some placeholder text, as you can place this kind of text in every design you want, every design you are working. So I'm just going to make it look like this. That is fine. So pride and honor, I'm going to just something like this. I'm going to expand them, align them in the center, distribute the space between them, make them a group. I'm going to, okay, so full of courage, I'm going to just make them that same text like the Texas Tango. This is the personal use font, but don't worry about it. We are going to break it, so that is not a problem anymore. So full of courage. So this is three part. Let's try to make our this one also three part. I'm going to just cut it, then place it here, group it. The reason I'm making it three part, I will explain in a bit. So it needs to be something like this. Selecting these three, distributing the space, making them a group. So we have two groups here. One is looking very big, another one is small, but we need to fix that. And for fixing that, I'm just going to make them same size. So this is going to be same size text right now, but this text, this word is big, so it is looking like this. That is not a problem actually. So we are going to take an ellipse here. Now I need to see where I can fit them. So yeah, we have some space here. This is not really important part of our design. So let's try to fix them here. I'm going to create an ellipse like this. Then again I'm going to create a offset path of it, but this offset path I'm going to make it in a stroke, something like this, maybe a bit close to the shape, and this is good. So this is one shape, this is another shape. I'm going to make it a group, and then this one a group. So I'm going to select this one here. Okay, so these two, first of all these two I'm going to select, arrange, send to back. I want to send them to the background, and then I'm going to make this text white for now because I want to see how it is going to look. So this one I'm going to make it small so that I can fit inside the shape here. That is fine. I'm going to just select this one, and as you can see this text is big, so I need to make this one a little bit smaller than the other one, but that is fine in my opinion. So this is good. So full of courage, pride and honor. So this is how it is going to look. I'm going to select this one, cut it, this group, open transparency, press Ctrl F here. It is not doing anything because it is white right now. If I make it black, that will become transparent. So that's cool. Select this one, open transparency, and then press Ctrl F. Again, make it black. So this is how it is going to look. So this is not being white. I get this question. It is not being white. So this is not basically being white. That is being transparent. So my background is white. That's why you can see white. But if I put a red background, you can see this area is basically transparent. So if I make it green, it is going to be. It is going to see that we are going to see that green through the text. So this is not being white. This is being transparent. So first of all is I'm going to select this two. I'm going to make them smaller because this is not really important part of the design. We just want to place it here. Just align them in the center, then make it a group. Again, I'm going to select this group, align in the center position. So this is the perfect center. Let's bring them on top. So for doing that, I'm going to just use some shortcut, but you can do it from here. Arrange, bring to front. And once you are doing that, when it is good, I'm going to just double click here. Then I'm going to pick my magic wand tool to click on this stroke. That is going to select my these two strokes only because we are inside the isolation mode of the group. So let's copy this two, and here I'm going to select my this group, and inside the transparency I'm going to press Ctrl F. This is in a stroke. If you can see inside the transparency here, so if I, or you can see here, it is a stroke. So if I press Shift X, that will become fill. So once it is in black fill, it is going to fill everything. It is going to hide everything that is in the background. So if I select them, I can simply make a offset path for them just a little bit so that it looks like there is a little gap between the graphic and the text. So this is good. So this part is looking good. We used some stars there. We can do that, do the same here, maybe just a little bit, just a smaller one. Just here, then I'm going to select this three. I'm going to select this one to become the key object, then align in the center position. That is fine. And then maybe just I'll deselect it, make it a group. Again, select it, make that key object, align in the center like this. So this is how it is going to look, and that is fine. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to create for this design is these flames. So let's say how to create a flames like this. How to create a flame. I'm just going to take my pen tool to draw it. Like you can simply do it in a different way. There is lots of ways of doing that. Let me say, okay, so let's try. I'm going to create a shape like this, just like this, or just I'm going to, okay, so this is the shape stroke. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to apply this effect on it, this one. That is fine, totally no problem. Then maybe just a bit like this. Then I'm going to expand it, so this becomes a shape right now. I'm going to select my brush panel. I'm going to go to brush panel and create a hard brush from that. We can do that. We can create another one here, which will be just, okay, so just this one. We can expand it again, then make another art brush just like this. So let's try with this one. I'm going to select that. Okay, I don't need to select anything, just press B for your brush tool. Okay, just selecting this on here, this image here, to turn down the opacity and lock it. Now I have, let's try to make it red color. So I have red color. I'm pressing B for my brush tool, clicking on this brush, and with my mouse and my creator brush, I'm just going to create some lines like this. So I don't think this is looking good. Let's try this one. So maybe that will look good. But before doing that, press I need to double click on my pencil tool to adjust some setting. I need to make it smooth all the way up. That is good. Then I'm going to, okay, sorry, I need to make the change in my brush tool, not pencil tool, and I need to make it all the way up. And with my brush tool selected, I'm going to click on this shape, and then I'm going to make it look like this. So something like this, which is good. I need to create a area here. Let me show you. So let's say this is the graphic part of my design. Let's lock it. So this is the graphic, this will be the graphics part. Now I am going to select my brush tool, and then I am just going to keep the bottom part of my brush inside this shape, and I'm going to make it a bit bigger, which is good. I will keep this part here, so that is not going to show up. That will be behind my text, behind my graphic. Okay, so just, I think that is fine. That much is enough. Maybe I can try this one too. So this is not a good shape for brush. Okay, so let's try it. Let's not try that. So this much is totally fine, and this is what I just need. I don't need to illustrate all the fire effects here. So I'm just going to select this one, maybe this one, this one, this one. I'm just going to make them this orange color. Then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'll make this color. So this is just to give it a fire variation, or let's say I'm going to just send it in the background. So just like this. Okay, so with my brush tool, I can simply double click on it to change the color. Like I can change the method to hue, shift, or tints, and that will allow me to draw anything in any color I want. So let's say I want to add some red stripes inside the this fire effects too. So let's try it. Okay, so I need to make sure the stroke color is red. And now if I try to draw anything with my brush tool, it is going to become red. So this one and this one I'm going to select and expand. I'm going to select this one, cut it, select everything from here, then press Ctrl B. That is going to be in the background of everything. So that is good. So this is the fire effect I wanted. Let's group it up. Then I'm going to place it somewhere here, just to fill this area, and maybe just like this. But I need to cut it. Then I need to go inside this clipping mask, and here I'm going to press Ctrl B. So it is going to be inside this shape, inside this area. That is fine. Then I will just bring a copy in this position, just deflect it, maybe just like this, and this much is good for me. So let's select this two, copy this one. Now here I am going to, as you can see, that is showing in the background, which is good. I'm going to press Ctrl F here. That is going to place everything on top of my these shapes, but I don't want it to be visible from this area. So I'm going to take my eraser tool. Here I'm going to erase everything that is on top of my this main graphic. So let's say this one too, also this one. So this is how it is looking. Now maybe this one also. Then here I don't want anything to be touching my that graphics, so that is good. So just like this, something like this, and it is going to show up as that fire effect. Now there is some mistakes in the design, as you can see. I will try to now fix that. If I try to select this one, so here as you can see in this group, this part is being showed up, so I need to fix it like this. This part is showing. I don't want that, and I think that is good. Yeah, I can see that area is good right now, so it is going to, this is not looking good from here. So I need to select this part. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating and time taking, but the results will be amazing. So that is good. For this one here, I'm just going to select this one. Okay, so let's try to fix this. Now this is the part. I don't want it to be here. Maybe just erase it like this. That is good. So small problem here. Just like this. Okay, so this is good. Now this is the shape, and in the background I'm just going to put a black shape to make that even more visible, like this. Okay, so I'm applying that to my stroke, which is not what I want. I want to make it like this. So this is how it is going to look. Now I think it is looking good. Everything is good to go. I am just going to change the colors. So let's expand everything. So expand, you can, I'm using shortcut, but you can go to object and expand everything from there. That is good. So if I am feeling like this design is being a bit longer, so I can simply fix that. And for fixing that, I just need to bring this a little bit up here. That will make it a little bit 1 2 3 4 5. That is good. So then inside this I'm going to select this to 1 2 3 4 5, sorry, 4, like this. And then this one I'll just bring it something like this. Sorry, so this is how it is looking now. For this one here, this firefighter, I want to make it red, then this one yellow, and this two I am going to make it white for now. Towards the flames, this flames I'm going to make it orange color. This part, everything that is ornamental here, I'm going to make it white. So like this stars, I will make it white. This with towards, I will make it. So let's not try YOLO for the text. Let's, okay, so let's, I need to try YOLO because we already make this one. Okay, so we can fix that by doing this firefighter, this same flame color, and this one, this red color. Okay, so something like this, that is good. And from here I'm going to just, the inside one I will make it yellow, the outside one I will make it white. Let's see how it is going to look. So this one yellow, the outside is going to be white. That is good. And this one So I need to see how it is going to be on a black color background. So this is how it is going to be. I'm going to make it a group. I'm going to lock it, and for I need to try to fix some areas. As you can see, the shield is not visible. So for making that visible, I'm going to select this one. Maybe I'll just make everything white. So that is fine. So this part of the shield, the outer shield, I'm just going to make it white, and this is how it is going to be. So I think that is good. Not sure about this red text from here. It is not being very much visible on top of a black background, but yeah, this part is good. So this is the final design for this one. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but I tried to explain every process here, how to generate idea and how to make it better than existing design. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope it was helpful. So if you are learning something new from this one, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video, guys. Have a great time. Thank you.